A leader in everyday apparel for over 100 years is unparalleled in their commitment to help veterans transitioning from the military to civilian life. HanesBrands values the diversity of its workforce and makes a concerted effort to recruit veterans and reservists into their family of brands.
I was initially drawn to the military from a pretty young age. I come from a long tradition of military service in my family. My father served in the Army, my grandfather served in the Navy, and I have some other family members who also served. So I always felt like it was in my DNA, really, from a pretty young age. As I grew up, I just continued to become more interested and fascinated with the idea of service and giving back and doing what I saw was my part to defend and protect the nation that I've come to love over time. I really was conflicted because I love the military. I got so much out of the experience. I really grew to love the people I served with. I gave a lot of myself too, but I also just had this interest in seeing what else the world had to offer. And so when I started thinking about what could my career look like outside the military, at the end of the day, I just realized there was a lot more the world had in store, and I was just curious to see what that was.
HanesBrands is a global Fortune 500 company. We are in 43 countries. We are 70,000 employees strong. Some of the brands you may recognize are, of course, Hanes, the iconic brand itself, Bally, Playtex, Maidenform, Just My Size. Champion, though, who just celebrated their 100-year anniversary, is one of our best-known brands as well. What my role and responsibility is to continue to look for ways that we can engage and recruit new talent for the company. We have been very successful at recruiting veterans. They bring a lot of those core competencies that we value.
You know, I think the veterans bring a lot to the business because of their military background. They're so diverse. You know, they're very flexible and they're very loyal.
Yeah, I was able to really carry over a lot of what I learned in the military, you know, dedication, wanting to get in there, wanting to exceed expectations. In the Army, we did a lot of training. You would train day to day for something that you may only do once a month, but you had a lot of things that would pop up that were unexpected. You had to really learn how to adapt quickly.
One of the highlights of my military career was the opportunity to go through the jungle warfare training course in Okinawa, Japan. And all of a sudden I found myself with a squad of Marines in this subtropical rainforest trying to figure out how to survive in different scenarios. All sorts of challenges that are just so encompassing of the military ethos of everything that we do.
So we're always wanting to increase the number of veterans that we have currently. We have an affinity veteran networking group here that we really leverage. We put them in touch with future potential candidates.
So I was approached by a recruiter, and I've heard a lot about HanesBrands as a company. Of course, I grew up with Hanes. So I was really excited to come down for an interview.
When I was talking with folks at HanesBrands within my initial interview, they really spoke to that opportunity within the company. They wanted people to develop in that way as leaders, and the only way a brand can grow over time is if it's built on a really strong core, a really strong foundation. Finding a company that really believes so firmly in a set of core values in the same way was something that was really important to me.
When I first got out, I was really worried, was I going to get bored? Was I going to be challenged? Come to find out, you know, HanesBrands really challenged me. They give me great opportunities and put me in a lot of good positions to grow with the company.
You don't have to have an apparel background to join an apparel company. So Hanes has really given me an opportunity to open doors for me, and I just know the sky's the limit. You will find out that we are a veteran-friendly family company. So, and you would enjoy working here.
We can teach you marketing, we can teach you information technology, we can teach you a lot about the position that we're hiring you for, but what we can't teach is the skills that you've already learned and have been developed by the military. That's what we're looking for.
So if you're looking and you're getting ready to get out of the service, this is definitely a company that I think you should check out and come to look to work for.